right, so we're getting ready for our final. We have Briana Miller and Carolyn Powell lagging for break. Carolyn's going to win the lag. All right, so if you're just joining us, my name is Wayne Everhart from ThinkTech MD. This is TTMD Billiards Streaming. It all comes down to this, a culmination of 2 days of intense pool. Pits Briana Miller and Carolyn Powell in a modified race here. So Briana will be racing to 7, and Carolyn Powell will be racing to 9.
This one ball cut is probably going to run into the 5 if she cuts it in the corner pocket, and but the 2's hanging over the hole, so it really shouldn't matter. She's just got to make this ball get off on a positive note here. Over chipped the chatter. Got the same shot back for Briana. Briana is a former national junior champion and a pro, played WPBA. And
sponsored by Jacoby.
Very good, Wayne. This is why it's a WE program. And playing on the playing on the JPNEWT tour since 2006, when she first appeared, I believe, at the Comet Billiards in Parsippany, New Jersey, in the days of yesteryear.
George, I don't know how you remember these dates like this.
She was 10 years of age or so at the time. Yeah, how do I remember? Well, I just learned that. I just have trouble with 15 seconds ago. I remember anything that I get, I remember.
I have a feeling that you have a pretty stout memory there, buddy.
Well, it's pretty good. That's going to come over for a chance for Caroline here. A very, very nice scoring opportunity, I might add. Just to play this 4-ball in like a citizen, and just get any kind of angle on the 5. She should be in good position to get out from here. This is the shot. That part's okay. I think she can come 3 rails to the 6 in the side pocket around the horn. It's a little fast, maybe. But if she's a little fast, she'll still be going towards the 7 and not away from it. She's got to reach a little bit on one leg. Yep. Well, that's okay. That right-hand ball is what caused her to flare out into the 7. She almost had to hit that center ball to not have that happen. The 7 might pass the 9, and she might be able to play the 6 and 7 in the same hole. No, she chose the bank and sold it out. Oh, okay. Well, that I didn't hear. The drums were beaten, and so this looks like a nice game to get off on track for Briana. She's been sitting for 4 hours plus. Not the greatest there. If this girl can pocket balls like nobody's business, she just has a nice flow. She gets down, inside of that ball to keep it from getting towards the side pocket. One game to 0 for Briana. Both ladies had a couple shots in that rack. Caroline had a very, very nice chance on the 4 ball to get out, but played the 5, ran into the 7, and ended up making an error. Scratch. Well, here, Caroline has, in all probabilities, I like it. I just like the safety. There's no, with ball in hand, you've got to almost got to play to a lockdown and hope to break up the 4-3. Making this 2 ball should avail her nothing, I would think. She's going to play, roll the 2 up at the 6 and break the 3-4 up and leave the cue ball on top of that, I think. Looks like she's shooting to pocket the ball, but I might be wrong. Trying to roll into those balls.
Well done.
Now she gets, if she can hit that square enough, she can stick the rock there and leave Briana breathless. Might come into the keyhole. No, good shot. She cut off both sides. No, she didn't cut off the side rail.
Yeah, she can go up to the top side rail there.
She's clear to that diamond. She's got a hit on the 3 ball. Well, here's a nice opportunity. Can't ask for any better than this. Kind of straight. What? But she's got the left side of the pocket and low left draw, and draw it near that piece of chalk that she's got there, and down towards the 6. A little tamer version of the shot that I recommended. That's all right. She plays her game. She didn't play in George's game. This is a shot you got to stay and finish the stroke. Excellent. Still a little out of line. He's hoping the 8 passes a 9, but I don't think it does.
Just maybe a little high ball, George. Let the cue ball go down to the bottom left long rail first, and then the short rail.
I'm not sure.
A little bit of center, maybe.
I don't know what she prefers draws most of the time.
Yeah, actually, the angle looks like to get it down to the bottom rail. You probably would have to hit this with a little bit of draw.
That wouldn't avail her much, and it would make the make shot. She's hitting it high, Wayne. She might stun it over for the 8, just past the side and back over. Like that.
Nicely done.
Well hit ball. Just a little stun follow, just like that. Good shot. Gonna tie this match up in a game apiece with the finals of the Triple Nines Bar and Billiards stopper number 1 on the JPNEWT Tour for the 2022 season. Thanks again to Stan for being the host venue this weekend. We had a chip tournament on Friday night that drew 17 people, and our main event on Saturday and Sunday drew 29 regional lady players. We're down to the final 2, and we also have currently in progress an amateur tournament for players with Fargo ratings of 450 and less, and they have 25 or so players in that event, being run by Miss Kelly Daniels, the better half of Mr. Wayne Everhart, the TTMD. At least by the time, at least until you get home, right? Anyway. I can't help myself. I'm incorrigible. Briana plays a real simple, smooth, flowing game, and there's no grind with her. A guy sharks her, walks right in her pocket, and she caught a little full and didn't quite get all the way to the 2 ball. She did, but she didn't get on the side of the 2 that she might have liked. Oh, folks, you don't really, I appreciate that, how difficult it was what she did, without really going out on the wang doodle edge of that cue ball to get that ball to come back. That's just natural ability. She hit that ball like she knows she's going to pocket everything that she shoots. A little high, left to center, and she goes around the 5, 2 cushions to the middle. Oh, announcer's curse.
Looks like the inside English there just caused the ball to hit a little more full with that because of that inside spin.
Well, Briana said she's just coming back, and sometimes at higher levels of play, it might take 2 or 3 events like this before she's really honed in. And not to make excuses for her or anything, because anything that shot she played in the side impressed me. When she was off the line and forced the ball back on the line with just pure ability, not with trickery, using lots of English, and did it more naturally without having to work hard. This might be a repeater. A high right ball and 2 rails between the 7-9. Inside right ball high, 2 rails, she'll have a little sharper angle on the 8. Well hit, you gotta keep it off the that's as good as it gets. Cut pocket, 1 rail to straight in. Nice out from Caroline Powell. She takes a 2-1 lead.
All right, folks, if you're just joining us, my name is Wayne Everhart from TTMD Billiards Streaming. I'm out here today with George Hammerbacher. We're covering the JPNEWT Tour Stop number 1. We're at the Triple Nines Bar and Billiards in Elkridge, Maryland. This is our final with Briana Miller and Carolyn Powell. Now this is a modified race. Brianna's got a race to 7. Carolyn's got a race to 9. Current score is 2-1 Carolyn Powell. Brianna to break.
Well, Jackson, the one thing I got over John Madden, he might be famous, but he's also dead. And I never met the man. Regretfully so. He rode on buses, he hated flying, and I hate flying too. We have a few things in common. But one of them is not happening. He's a piece of history, and I'm still hopefully going to remain to be living history.
You remember a lot of history. It's amazing to me.
No, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge. But her left side of the cue ball is exposed, so she might be able to hit a high left ball and come 3 rails to the 2 through the gap. Nah, she played the bank, played the safe. Good shot. She didn't have an offensive shot, really.
Oh, how'd she hit it?
That's a strong shot because she can play that 2 and lay down there, chilly down there, and leave nothing on the 2 and maybe get ball in hand or something. Nah, that wasn't her best.
Brandon says she kicks like a mule.
She just drilled that bank.
Oh, just half hit the ball. That's a loss of just a loss of concentration right there, George.
Yeah, well.
Just sort of rushed that, knew exactly what she wanted to do. She was where she wanted to be and had up her mind to play that safe and lock her up on the 9 and just half hit the ball.
Well, these people are human, and she's also been away from the tournament scene for a while. She sat for about 4 hours plus.
Fact. That's a fact. I saw her over there
match.
warming up, for trying to stay warm off and on, like you said, for 3 to 4 hours. We're coming up on 7 hours and 30 minutes, and she's probably been over there warming up or trying to stay warm.
This is still a tall order for Caroline to try to give her 2 games on the string. But she's got one of them back.
George, I don't know if I'd shoot this ball this way. I might have played it down the top right.
She gets to play the same pocket. She got lucky.
I would have probably played that ball in the right corner and ran the cue ball down table a little bit, set up for the 4 on the side.
She might go in the side there. That's what she's looking at, I believe, with the cue ball. If she made it, that would have probably been true. And she gave an easy opportunity back to Briana.
Yeah, I think Briana's going to make her pay for this one here.
This looks natural to float out to the 6 ball, same hole, pretty routine. Pull it over to her right just a hair, if anything. There she's following the ball to the middle of the table. Either the Z shot or the high left ball. Look outside. Right on the path. Good shot. The high left ball. Get the bridge. What do you? No. She made it. They hate the bridge. Two apiece. Missed with ball in hand. Yeah, she's got her hand on her head on that one. Look, maybe got a little lazy. They would call for a jump if anything. I don't know if she jumps. I can't remember. I don't think she does.
She jumps on occasion. That's a long jump there, though. I think she's going to kick at it one way.
Got to go just inside the 9.
Here with right hand English. Straighten it out a little bit.
Well, even if she succeeds in making this ball, it avails her nothing. She's kicking again. I'd roll the 2 behind the 7 myself. There's no percentage in even trying to make this ball. She's going to shoot the 6 into the rail next to the 3, I think. Yeah, that's correct. Folks, I tell my students this all the time. You got to make the most of every turn you have at the table, even if it's a shot where you have no shot. You have to make it tougher for your opponent, and that's precisely what Caroline did. She almost got the 6 in the 3 rail lane. It was close. Punch. Or no, she'll follow. She's got to get past the 7. Huh? Not a particularly good shot. Yeah, you got it. Here we go.
of squeaked that 3 ball by the 6 there.
That's why Caroline moved that 6 over there. That was kicking at that one wildly, leaving that 6 one in the open wasn't going to avail her anything. Okay. And here she was, giving up ball in hand and back at the table after 2 innings. She did well. Let's see what she does. Boy, she nails those back cuts.
That's a beautiful
with the
shot.
Hold shot as good as anybody. That's a real strong shot. She plays a 6 and comes off the rail correctly. She's good to go.
Coming right at us.
Now, Dr. Dumpenstein, I presume. Tough shot. The balls kind of looked like they stuck together a little bit, and she couldn't get to the edge.
And let that cut in the side pocket there.
Coming around 2-3 cushions to the short side in the 8. A little light, but she'll fade across to the 9 in the other pocket.
If you watch this lady's approach, it's consistent each and every time. Each and every time. Same routine.
Briana Miller on top, 3 games to 2. Thanks again to the Green Room Billiards in Dundalk, Maryland, home of the APA and Jay Peschauer Custom Cues, title sponsor of the JPNEWT Tour. Sponsoring this since 1999. Gina Cunningham at Keller Williams Integrity Real Estate. Thanks a million, Gina. Thanks for coming out.
And listen,
yesterday.
folks, if you are a pool player and you're looking to buy a home, I definitely recommend Gina Cunningham. She's been helping out the pool community for a long time. So think about her. And check her out on our sponsor page at JPNEWT.com. Sorry, George, I didn't mean to talk over you. I just wanted to get that plug in there for Gina. She was out here competing this weekend. And she definitely does, George. She definitely does support the sport. Sponsor several different streamers. Go ahead.
She was a sponsor last weekend at the last event. I know. That's how I kind of got to remember her firm, Keller Williams Integrity.
That's right. I think it's her slogan is making dreams come true, one home at a time.
Yeah. Nice touch to the bottom rail. Caroline, also known as Capel, is going to probably have to put some right hand twist, come off the rail right where she's got her hand, and give the one a whack and hope she can stay around, hit the one flush, and cover the one ball or the cue ball somehow.
She hit it pretty full.
She got over, she got covered, good shot. A one or two railer into this ball. The one railer, both balls are in the open territory. I'd rather come behind it and send it up table and create distance. If I had my druthers, it'd be two rails. She looks like she's going with one. She's going to the middle diamond. She's going to get away with it? No. She's going to be bellied up behind the five ball. She might have a look at this ball, actually, through the window, right through the 4-7 gap. And she might be able to bank, hold it, and play the two in the side and drill this one cross corner. I might be ambitious with that estimation, but let's see what happens. No, she doesn't have that. Never mind. That might not be what she wanted.
Yeah, that one might go by the two there, George.
If it does, Briana has a natural angle to float to the two in the side, and it could be an easy out. This is a two-rail play. First diamond, middle diamond, and she's going to come back real close to where she is a cut angle to go around to the 5 ball. Didn't cut the ball. Not even close.
That's kind of, I think that's the first stroke, George. It looks like she gave up on that I've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw an abbreviated stroke on a safety, and that kind of stroke there kind of.
She might be a little
uncommitted.
out of sorts. She was sitting for 4 hours, and where Caroline just played match after match and landed in punch. Oh, if that hits a rail, it's gone. It's gone. Yeah, she bangs herself on the head. She smiles. Very seldom does Caroline show emotion of either smiling, frowning.
Let me tell you, if you can take adversity and smile about it like she does, and appears to handle adversity, you can go a long way.
She's none of that gets you anywhere.
George, how many times do you see players that miss a ball or have bad shape get all frustrated and they absolutely missed what they did wrong? They've taken themselves so far out they don't even know why they missed the shot.
That's a nice move.
Nice shot.
Too many times. I've seen it with guys that can run balls all day do that, and then they're no more good, and they go to the B side, and then they're back on the match they lost, and they go home quickly. This is a demanding shot. This is one where you got to play the
long rail first here, George.
Long rail first, but you've got to put
come down between the 6 and the 7, right? Wow.
Yeah, that would be it. You got to use the contour of the table here, because you're not going to be able to bully this ball back down there with a draw. You got to catch the 4 ball right in front of the point where it is.
You think she can maybe come down the other way? She got enough balls out that far. She can go short rail first. No, long rail first, just like we called it. It's not going to have enough energy.
But she had to hit it a little thinner and more English. In other words, all the English that ever existed. She had to double or triple in that ball. In other words, had to hit triple English. Oh, that was tasty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice speed.
Folks, if you can hit that shot at will, you're going to be dancing. How often you try to hit that real thin, skinny shot, you hit it way too thick.
Or fan on it and give up ball in hand and say, whoops.
That's exactly right, yeah. Let's go see a hole. Wow, I think
Nope.
it's there. If not, that's close.
She's going to have to play the masse here.
Yeah, a little swerve there, George. Swerve just around the edge of the 6.
I can teach you this shot.
Elevating by the cue there.
Not that you don't have to go that high up on that ball.
Oh,
You did.
wow, nice shot. That's one for the replay.
That's a great shot.
So George, did she actually jump it over the edge of the 6 there, or did she bend it? I couldn't. It happened so fast.
She might have jumped and bent it at the same time.
Just hit it with a little like inside and hopped it a little bit
Right.
over the edge of the 6.
She got it airborne and then got it to turn. That's a strong out from there.
You know, we're going to take a look at that replay here in just a second.
Good shot.
All right, let's take a look at that replay.
I can teach you this shot.
Oh, she bent it.
Nice shot.
She bent it right through there. That was an awesome little shot.
That was a Wayne Fontana and the Mind Benders. That was a mind bender as well as a cue ball bender. That was a good shot. And it's 3 apiece.
So, folks, if you're just joining us, I'm here with George Hammerbacher in the booth, the voice of the JPNEWT, and many other streaming companies will have George in there, either filling in or in there as their full-time gig. And very knowledgeable gentleman. And so, listen, I'm gonna turn it over to George, see if he wants to talk about anything. Is there anything you want to talk about today, George, or anything that's stuck on your mind about this weekend?
What I like is the resurgence of people from all over. I saw lots of fresh faces down here, and a lot of them could flat out play, and they've been either back in the shrubbery hiding out or whatever. And believe me when I say this, it warms my heart to see this tour get supported, because too many times people might take up this tour and regular tours for granted and go to these special one-time events that might have a little bit more money involved, but then you don't hear from those promoters for 8-9 months. And they take the people that put out the product every month for you to play, and they don't frequent them. And that's what I've seen regional tours die for 45 years that I've been watching this happen.
So let's talk about the weekend. We had a chip tournament on Friday night, which was a success. For the first event, and the goal of the chip tournament, folks, is, if you're not familiar, basically what it is, I don't want to get too far because I don't want to slow us down, but you get X amount of chips, and the higher you are in skill, the less amount of chips you get, and the lower in skill level you are, the more chips you get. When you run out of chips, you're out. It's a sort of round robin event. However, that being said, it was the first event that we put on of a chip tournament for the ladies, and the goal is to get the men involved and the other patrons that are at the pool room, get a chance for them to meet the ladies of the JPNEWT. Get a chance to see their speed, because they're going to be playing against them because it's open to the men, and cultivate some interest so they're coming back Saturday and Sunday to watch the ladies play. We would like to, at some point, do a ladies auction, so if we get that interest going, we'll try to get that going. And so we just want to keep growing the sport. We have, not only do we have the Open this weekend, not the JPNEWT, which you're seeing the final of right now, but we have an under 450 event, Fargo event, that saw 25 ladies come out today. Either they were eliminated from the event the day before, but most of these were new faces, George, weren't they?
I'd say well over half were more people that are probably league players around the league hotbed.
That's exactly right.
Like Brews and Q's or the Green Room, or down in Laurel at Center Pockets.
That's exactly right. We had a lot of league players come in today and getting their feet wet and getting to know the ladies, because we've been telling them, we've been putting it out there, listen, it's an experience. It's not about just the tournament. It's about making some new relationships, making some connections, and finding your mentors for your game, you know. And so I've seen a lot of ladies out here chatting it up with each other, and so it's pretty exciting.
They're having fun.
Yeah, and I'm having fun. The ladies are having fun. You and I are having fun.
Yeah.
It's a good time. So come on out. You can check out the webpage, jpnewt.com. Check out the schedule right there. Now we'll be adding some more stuff there. We'll be adding some more events. We'll be adding the chip tournaments on there and the under 450 events. We wanted to try them out and see what the interest was, and it's been exceptional. So we're going to go ahead and make that the routine. We'll get that going. So just make sure you bookmark our webpage and check it often. if you're interested in being in our, I haven't added the sign you the form so that people can sign up for the newsletter yet, but we are going to do a newsletter each month. And so if you are interested in being on that newsletter, you can just pop on over to the JPNEWT.com, go to the Contact Us page, and just fill out the form there and say that you're interested in being on the newsletter, and we'll make that so. And that way you get an invite and get notified when we have events on the schedule, little reminders, and also little recaps of the month of what's going on and what's happening in the JPNEWT. So we'll get back to the program here. The ladies are back to the table, and I'll turn it back over here to George Hammerbacker.
All right, we're back, and needless to say, this warms my heart to see this is supported, because like I said, I've seen too many of the regional players take regional tours for granted, or find fault with the people that do the best they can, sacrifice their weekends to run these things, and they show absolutely no gratitude. They develop an attitude of entitlement, and their expectations end up causing them to miss out on, and cause these things to just disappear. And it's a shame. Lovely break.
That was a beautiful break. Cue ball squatted, unlucky not to be able to, unlucky for the one ball to be hidden here. She had been sticking that one ball right over that top right-hand corner pocket on the regular, George.
I've noticed balls going in the top side pocket, 2 rails, with a lot of these break shots too, as well as the wing ball going in. And they're playing with a turtle rack, and for those of you that have tables at home, that'll save the wear and tear on your cloth, to get a magic rack that you can play with all 15 balls, or 9 ball or 10 ball templates. So, because when the balls are hit hard like that, they develop pock marks in the cloth and cause very difficult racks, even with fine equipment like this.
Push played. With that 9 ball on that foot rail.
This looks like 2 rails behind the 4 ball. Or behind the 5. Oh, she went the other way. Very
short.
Very indifferent shot, really. She might skin the ball and use a 4-5 for protection, try to bring a cue ball back where she is, or go down table and leave distance. She might be playing the bank and playing the out too.
Pam, yes, this is the final.
The drink. Ouch. But the four is sitting a little funky behind that 5 ball, and the 1, 2, and 3 are routine enough. But this is a little trickier out than it might appear at first glance. She'll draw it up the table a little ways off the rail. She's got to play the 4 to the short pocket where she's going, or get on one line to get right where her cue ball is now on the 4. That's about the only line that's any good. That's actually super. She gets to play the 3, fade to the 4 in the same hole.
That's actually league night. Somebody's over there having a good old time.
That sounded almost pornographic.
Oh, George. It
I
sounds
said
like a good time,
almost.
though.
I said almost. That's my disclaimer.
I would just say it sounded like a good time. Somebody's having a good time.
How do you know what that sounds like, George?
All right, I have to cut you guys' mics off.
No comment.
There you go. He's learning.
Well, she did the opposite of what I thought she'd do.
Very good shot.
This is just a three-rail route. Center table. Straight down. Off the side rail. No, she goes straight down. Look at that. Pure speed. Four games
well
to
done.
3 for Briana. She got out a different way from that 3 ball. I thought she was going to fade over to the 4 in the same hole, but she back cut the ball and got shaped perfect in the side. She played her shot.
Mr. Ortiz, I agree. That was an incredible shot. Incredible shot. We'll probably look at it again.
That's my motto on that massé. You have to spin it to win it.
Well, you first have to envision it and have that mind's eye that should get and then be able to translate that into action.
Those balls are rolling in that side over there, and this is looking like a break and run from here. 1 to the 3, easy. Real, just got to make the 1 ball and get halfway decent shape on the 3. Down at either the 5 in the side, the other side pocket, or draw it out. That's pure.
Looks like she's starting to get into a rhythm here, George.
Well, that's this alternate break is what makes these regional tours still draw players, because if this gal gets on a run, I know she can string some racks. Especially with the magic rack.
Good control there.
Just may play this shot back to the middle of the table somewhere. She's a little flat. That was those neck contortions we saw. She'll draw the ball, go towards the short of the side pocket, and we're straight up maybe
This guy's
even.
walking right in her pocket. Where did she shoot?
Yeah, short of the side pocket. She's caught gear now. Nice
Looking
out.
strong.
Broken run, 5 games to 3. Now Caroline has to beat her 6-1. On an alternate break.
So hope everyone is doing well out there that have taken their time this evening to view our stream. We've been streaming for 7 or coming up on 8 hours. Folks, if we happen to drop off Facebook, I know we're coming up on the 8-hour time limit. If we happen to drop off of Facebook, I will go ahead and just stop the stream and start it right back up. So if you're on YouTube, just refresh your page.
Look at that. That ball goes in the side over there every time. And that.
Just refresh your
There's two
page and you'll
rails
be able to
out of there.
reconnect. And folks on Facebook, just go back to our TTMD Billiards streaming page and check that out. We should be right back up. I'm pretty sure we're going to get kicked off Facebook here shortly.
But the one ball always ends up on the top rail. That's the sticker. That's why they're not running more racks. That might be leaked out a little bit. Uh-oh. That's, Caroline's going to need a couple of mistakes here from Briana. Because, like I said, Caroline from here has got to win 6 games before Briana wins 2. Briana, in other words, only allowed to win 1 more game. And 6-1 is tough. Like I said, the way this table's breaking with the magic rack, and you saw the ease Briana got out the last rack. I don't know how many bullets Caroline's going to be able to dodge. This she'll play the left side of the pocket as she views this ball, as we view the ball on the screen. Play the left part of the pocket, and cheat the pocket, and draw the ball back up the rail with some draw and fall on the 7 in the side. She took a more straightforward route, but that isn't bad either, just farther away. Nice shot. Always getting her line of sight, folks. She's going to shoot and just draw it back just a whiff. Perfect. Nice out from Caroline here. Nice out. She capitalizes on a scratch from Briana and trails 5 games to 4. But in this modified race to final, like we said, Caroline still has to win 5 more games before Briana wins 2. Alternate break. I'm looking around the room, Wayne, and I'm seeing lots of smiling faces with these ladies out there. competing in this tournament.
I agree, George. People having a good time, making some new relationships.
There's that.
You called it every time. George is over here getting all excited. He spotted that ball going, what, 3 rails, George, in the corner, in the side?
Yeah. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it.
3 rails in the side. Is that what we're seeing? Seeing something in.
That's the precision. These gals hitting the balls flush and landing the one ball always in this top quadrant where the cue ball and the one ball are sitting. It's pattern. See, this is the thing that Caroline won't be able to overcome, I don't think, Wayne, regardless of whether she makes a mistake or two. When she gets going, she runs out. The 7 is sitting, I don't know, kind of funny. Looks like it goes. Hard to say with that vantage point. It looks like it's off the rail a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like it's off the rail just a touch.
And she'll just shoot and stick right here, I would think. And get the 6 coming off the side rail back on a line where she is.
Yeah.
Or drift over slightly.
Yeah, just stay almost right where she's at. It's perfect.
Now she's got to make sure she gets back past the 7. Anything on the other side of the table is good. It doesn't matter.
And she hit that strong. Nice and strong.
It might have got a little flat. Again, I can't quite see quite what it is, but she might be able to play this. She's going to draw the ball over, so it must be routine. Yeah, okay. She has a good knack of knowing her tangent lines, and she'll hit the 9 ball or she'll draw past it and hold. That's pure. That's just routine is the law allowed. Straight in on the 9, and Briana is one game away from the title.
Looking strong. Last 3 racks, you could just see the confidence picking up, George.
She's got the raw power, and this alternate break is why these regional tours are going to stay full, and they should maintain the alternate break, because the best players are going to be able to string racks, and no lead is safe, and what kills the tours are that the same 3 or 4 people keep getting all the money, and after a while people aren't going to travel and spend a weekend someplace for 5th, 6th place all the time. Oh, something kissed it off the path there.
It looks like the opposite.
Might have happened. that I wasn't really watching it that time. From the look of things, I'll get to see it one last time after this rack.
Yeah, I think I like Caroline's chances here of getting out.
It would take, like I said, an act of Congress or the laws of physics to change. But then that's happened before.
A little awkward bridging on this first shot. Maybe this is the key shot to the rack here.
This is the money right here. Uh-oh.
It's just it's what it is. It's that awkward cueing. Just caused a little tip steer there, threw the ball out of the pocket, I believe.
Yeah, I don't think that one will pass the 2, but she might have a safety in store for her.
That's
lost
a
her
little
cue
loose.
ball a little bit.
Yeah, I think she was trying to stick that cue ball between the 9 and the 5 there.
Sure, just hit a little bit the wrong speed, or hit too thin a one ball. Either one.
Briana had designs of putting Caroline in jail, sticking her between the 9 and the 5. Now has an opening here, Caroline.
She's going to try to play the safe, or she might try to bank and play the billiard. And I think she's playing safe. That was pretty good. She played a three-way shot. She played the bank, played the shape, and played the safety. Oh, she can hit this ball. This might be. Well, couldn't make it, but she hit it. Nice shot there. She might have the outside edge of the one. No, she doesn't. Sold out a shot too. Good shot from Caroline. It's a natural. Just punch this ball to the 2 in the side, and got a good angle to go to the 5 and 5 to the 6, and it's good opportunity. Maybe a touch inside English. Now a straight punch up the table to the 6.
Thought she overcut it there at first.
Good shot there. If the 7 passes the 8.
Let's take a look.
Tight.
Can't quite tell there.
No, you can't. I think that she's probably going to play to the side, play the high right ball.
Well, she's playing like it
the
passes.
Must go in the corner. She sure played a good shot, like it does go in the corner. It did, but now she has to reach. Close enough, I think. And she didn't want this much of a cut.
No, it's missable. Nicely done.
Good match here, 6-5. And
I guess now the fate is just in the break here, right?
Yeah.
If, the
but
way Brianna's been playing. Last 2 racks, I think she broke and ran 1 rack. Did she break and run 2 racks, George? No, I think just 1.
This isn't necessarily her last rack, unless she breaks and runs.
That's
and then
what
of
I'm
course
saying.
it
Yeah,
is.
that's what I'm saying. So what I was saying is Caroline and her fate is just hoping for opening here.
She soft broke those balls.
Oh, the man.
This is
The 3 ball.
the 3 ball is the money, Wayne. The 3 ball's the money. She might have to draw it to the 3 in the side pocket past the 6.
I think it does go past the 6.
Oh yeah. It doesn't go in any of the corners.
But this is the shot. So George, you think you hit this 1 ball a little bit more full, and you
She's
try to
not
draw
even
down?
shoot it left-handed and reach.
Oh wow.
This is obscene.
Just doesn't seem fair.
Like I said,
It's pretty strong. Pretty strong.
get the trophy polished up. But she's still a little short on that ball, heading into the 7.
Yeah, that's why she's taking her time a
Of
little
course
bit.
she is. It's an important shot. She either has to put a lot of high left on this ball.
And run it around 3 rails or 2 rails.
That's tight. She could run into the 7.
Exactly.
Speed.
Exactly. You want to avoid that. She drew down between the 9 and the 7.
This is a 3 rail safe behind the 8. Or 1 railer, and it leaked out. Caroline still is at the table, still has a chance. Left her a probable scratch shot on the cut. I'd have her banking towards her left pocket and bringing the cue ball up the right side of the table. Good effort. Looks like that might have been the last stroke this weekend. But you never know. The 7 doesn't really go anywhere.
You don't think it goes by the 8 in the left-hand corner pocket
Might
there,
go
George?
by the 8.
It's tight.
We'll find out in a moment how tight. That was a little less than.
Didn't it seem like they came off the rail a little sluggish? Like they just died off the rail there? Was she trying to come around the table for the side, or you think, no, just trying to get in this corner? Yep.
Caroline still gets another chance, and she might have some green paint. And
It's
then
not
again,
much.
she might not.
Yeah, it's not much. If it's
No, she's looking at the bottom rail here. That's what she's looking at. Come off the side of the ball and fade back to the bottom rail and send the 6 up table. That might be what she's looking at.
Maybe almost like a kick stick type of shot here, George.
Yeah.
Send the 6 up table and see if the cue ball
bring the
drifts
cue
under the
ball.
8, 7, or
Bring the
9.
cue ball, yeah, back along the short rail here. No cushion. She's that's no cushion. Falling him. No cushion. No.
Here's I got the little instant replay here. Drifts under the 8, 7, or 9.
Comes behind it. No cushion.
Yeah, real close. Real close. Oh, it's
She's
going
gonna
for
play this combo for the
6-9
dough.
for the dagger. I'm glad I got out of the instant replay fast enough. Holy cat.
There
Cow.
it is.
There it is. All right, so that's the match. Briana Miller over Carolyn Powell. And
7-5 final.
the
Very
tour stop
well
number
played
1
and-
champion,
Yeah.
Briana Miller.
They might have to send her extortion money, not to tell her not to come or something.
Well, I think she'll be back. We were outside chatting a little bit, and she said she was happy to be shooting again, and she was having a good time. So I'm sure we'll see her again.
Well, she's from Pennsylvania, and the next stop in April 9 and 10 is up at Norristown, PA, near Philadelphia. I think she might be the favorite to appear on the grounds there.
Yeah, so if you're interested in finding out her schedule, you just go to the JPNEWT.com. Check out there's a tour schedule link at the very top of the page. Check out all the upcoming stops. We'll be adding the under 450 events to all the tour stops, as well as a chip tournament. So look for that the next couple of days. Put it on your schedule and come on and hang out. So for now, this is Wayne Everhart and George Hammerbacher, and we're going to go ahead and sign off. Until the next time, this is TTMD Billiards Streaming, and we'll see you soon.